I do want is to continue my cappuccino journey. So I took some Kick cereal and I poured some cappuccino mix on it like it was sugar.
What?
Yeah.
In the beginning was the middle, and just like always, that's where our story starts.
That's Ephraim.
That's Derek.
And that's Ben. We're IFFR. We Google specific phrases and then read a single chapter of fan fiction containing that phrase. Ben, since you got interrupted, what phrase do you have for us today?
I have a phrase that goes like this.
Uh-oh.
Listen here, Derek. With a comma between here and Derek.
It's both something he says on a regular basis and the phrase.
And it had exactly 2 results. So the way that we look this up is a nifty trick that Derek taught me and Ephraim. If you go to the old Google search bar.
Ye olde Google.
Yeah, and then you hit.
Or
type in
DuckDuckGo if you're someone like me.
Yeah, just whatever
Or
browser you have.
Firefox if you're like following the newest trend on the internet.
That's not a search engine. That's just a browser.
That browser I meant. You're right. My bad. Whoops!
We're both naming search engines, and you're like, yeah, Firefox. All right,
Sorry.
Mom, go play on Yahoo Mail.
I forgot for a second.
But if you put site : no spaces and then a space, it will. No.
What?
Site site :
Oh,
and
boy.
then the name of the site that
The
you want
URL.
to do.
There you go.
Yeah, with no. Sorry.
Why are you giving the tech
jacket
advice?
off.
This is Tech Tips with Derek. Site : and then the URL, then space, then quote, and then write whatever you want to put, and then end the quote, and then hit enter, and it'll find stuff on that URL that's within the quotes. Good luck.
Exactly.
May the
And
odds
that's
be
what
ever
we
in your
do
favor.
here. So that's why all of our stuff is always on fan fiction, and that's how we find it extremely quickly. This one had 2 results. We flipped a coin. / Derek said, "Let's do that one," and that's how we got to where we are.
It's another one-pager.
Another 1-pager.
Ah, dang.
Derek, we can't do this. We gotta go to the other one.
Okay. All right. We'll do it. The other one.
The people have spoken.
The people are Ephraim. Ephraim is the people.
They're both one-pages.
Is this also 1 page?
Yes.
No, it's chapter 2.
It says chapter 2.
Oh, that's weird. But it's like what, a one-pager chapter 2.
Oh,
So they
man.
published it separately as a single page as chapter 2.
A separate story. All right, excellent. This will get us riled up for sure. All right,
Great.
this is fan fiction games. Mass Effect. Now, Derek, I have not played a lot of video games in my life.
Yes.
Mass Effect and BioShock
Not the
in
same.
my brain. I know we're not the same, but they're like in the same. They were in like the same sort of place in my brain. Like,
Nope.
does that make sense? Like they're like adjacent. They felt like genre, and then I learned what BioShock was.
BioShock is fun.
What about
And
Mass
Mass
Effect?
Effect is.
Mass Effect happens.
Okay,
I'm
is
less.
it-
I enjoyed Mass Effect. The first 3.
Is it a zombie
but
thing?
No, aliens.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, there you
It's
go. So this
sci-fi
should let you
future.
know.
BioShock
Okay,
is like
cool.
diesel punk
Yeah.
dystopia.
I've seen. I mean, I saw BioShock. So
I'm
that's the one
just
I
telling
didn't
the
need
audience.
Explanation. Okay.
In case they've never played any video games, because I know some people don't play video games.
That's fair. All right. So Mass Effect. Here's the recap. The summary. Mass Effect : side story chapter 2. It's under games. Subsection.
So you
Mass
had that
Effect.
whole conversation. I also don't know what Mass Effect is real. Like, so in the research, could you give a brief synopsis of what it might be?
Aliens.
I
You
guess
can
Derek should
sleep
know.
with a lot of other aliens as your character.
Is that like the adults sleep with?
Yes. What?
Okay.
Just take a note.
I don't know. I don't know what type of game it is.
Fair.
All-
No, I rescind my snark.
This is coming from Derek. It seems unlikely that this is an important feature of the game. It seems as though this is
Actually
what-
no. It's
to me-
pretty significant based on like because you can side with certain characters and it's very
okay.
open ended.
Choose your own adventure.
Sure. Yeah.
Is it FPS first person? Or just I guess
no, you
FP?
can. It's like Fallout
It's an
4. You can
RPG?
switch between like it's an RPG definitely,
Okay.
but you can like
Is
switch
it
between
like
first person and stuff.
there's prompts that come up with, or you have to actually like walk around and go interact with people? Like
Both.
Is it like a 3D model type? It's like a free roam kind of thing.
Yeah, it's free roam, but it's got a pretty significant story.
Okay.
So
Okay,
kind of
cool.
unlike Fallout in that way.
But but it's not like, so when you say significant story, it's not like the story is the only part of the game.
Correct.
Like
It's-
say
it's
something
got
of
open
like
world stuff.
Half-Life Alyx or something like that. If you were
There's
familiar with
definitely open world stuff you can do.
that. Okay,
All right,
cool.
cool. So now we've got that under our belt. We will
Nice.
figure everything else out as we go. This is by Soldier 167.
No profile picture.
No profile.
And I
pictures,
don't have a sarcastic comment, so we can keep moving.
and I don't know what this is like the whole caption phrase. It
yeah.
says, "Reed as the young sergeant
Is that how you spell sergeant?
makes himself a new friend." Yeah.
Huh,
It
okay.
might also be Red, right? Because Red and Reed are spelled the same, so it
Yeah.
could be Red as the young sergeant makes himself a new friend.
Neither of them make sense though. Is kind of my point.
No, I think it's Reed.
Hmm.
Like read along as the young sergeant, the protagonist.
Oh,
makes himself
that
Oh,
a new
makes
okay,
friend.
more
okay,
sense.
okay. Now that makes sense. Thank you, Derek, for putting it in perspective. You're gonna be the perspective guy today.
Ah, damn it.
Rated fiction M.
Oh,
Like
you know what that means? You
mature?
know what that means? Ben,
Blood and
M.
gore.
M means contains content suitable for mature teens and older. Or, as it is further explained, not suitable for children or teens below the age of 16 with non-explicit, suggestive adult themes, references to some violence, or coarse language. Don't worry, there is Oxford comma in that sentence. Fiction M can contain adult language, themes, and suggestions. However, that sentence doesn't have an Oxford comma. It's the same paragraph. Detailed descriptions
yes.
of physical
Classic.
interaction of sexual or violent nature is considered fiction MA. Okay, so we're not getting like porn. We're getting like porn adjacent.
Okay.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to get us demonetized
References.
really early, Ben. Don't mind us.
Yeah.
Just
Yay.
to say porn as many times as I can.
Maybe don't.
I do want to be able to share this with some of my friends, Derek.
Oh, okay. Adult films. Is that better?
I mean,
No.
saying the word porn isn't gonna make it. That's just messing up the algorithm for us. We haven't.
It might. YouTube likes to demonetize stuff all the time.
I know that's what I'm
It's
saying.
just-
So that's all you're messing up with us. We haven't like actual what we've talked about. Wise, you've just said the word porn a lot. We haven't. Anyway, we haven't
That'll
put
do it.
anyone off their rock horse. We're just screwing ourselves
Off their
over.
rock horse.
Off the rocker.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
that's
the
what I meant to
phrase.
say.
Okay, I thought this was some new phrase that is exclusive to Kentucky that I didn't understand.
Just
back
because
in
we
the
like
coal
horses.
mines, you get knocked off your rock horse. It's bad. It's sci-fi.
Because like we have phrases too, hurricane.
Words 1,720.
Alligator.
Published August 10th, 2012.
Ooh, that's a hot minute ago.
Status complete. ID 84
No
12
reviews.
92 8. Derek can't read any reviews because
That's my favorite
Or
thing to
fake.
do.
Yeah.
All right, and away we go. Chapter 2, Unlikely Encounter, bold and underlined.
Actually, no, I got to point out something.
Okay.
Why are there
Alright.
these symbols at the beginning before? You can't click on them. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, just kidding. Never mind.
What the
Proceed.
A plus, A minus, A
Yeah,
stuff?
I was trying to click on the plus and the minus, and you can't do that.
Oh.
You can highlight thems, but you can't click on them.
Yeah,
but
but the
then the
actual
A-
HTML code,
I
the
can
button
I can
applies
freaking make this
to the
words
the actual letter.
big.
That's
Sorry.
funny. Oh, I could probably do that for the sake of our
Viewership. Yeah, that would.
I
actually
love
probably
that
be
that
What?
I'm
bad.
not the one falling for the highlight this time.
No. Okay. I don't
All right,
think you
yeah, this
understand
is
what I was
actually
saying, but sure.
this is pretty good. So people on the phones could like actually read along, like Derek believes they always do.
They absolutely do. Why wouldn't they?
You can change the font.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. The reading font, the typical one is Verdana, but let's
No, you got to make it.
So-
What did you make it dark mode? Do you leave
No,
it
man.
light mode?
no, mine's dark, but I'm changing it to Ubuntu
Oh, good.
because of your love for Linux.
For those who don't know, Benjamin knows a lot more about fonts
I use Debian.
than what most people
That's fine.
would. Ben is forgotten. That's the phrase. Forgotten about fonts, what most people don't even know. So
I got yelled at when I said fonts in front of my
Fonts
sister
instead of
who went to graphic
typeface.
design school. Yeah. It's
Dude,
typeface, and
basically
it's
this-
terrifying. I'm afraid of her still. So
I was teaching. I was subbing for a.
freaking reading texture. What? Sorry.
I was subbing for like a class that's like doing Photoshop and stuff, and I was doing my opening attendance game where I humanize myself and the others by asking them questions and then having them ask me questions back.
don't humanize children. They don't deserve it.
Well, it makes my job better for sure when I humanize them because then they tend to humanize me back. But anyway, someone
Subs aren't
asked me what my
humans.
favorite.
Okay, that's fine.
Someone didn't ask me what my favorite typeface was. They asked me what typeface do I think represents me the most, and I
Wingdings.
felt so seen. No, you. Oh my god.
Wingdings
Anyway.
represents you very well.
Oh, wing a ding ding a ding a ding ding.
No,
What does the
Freddie
And now we're DMCA. Yes, we got both.
for anyone who cares, I feel most like Special Elite right now. So
I'll have to look that up eventually if I remember.
it's like a typewriter font. It's not because of the name; it's because of how the font looks. Super special and elite.
Ephraim, what font / typeface, depending on how pretentious you are, what do you think represents you?
I have no idea.
That's a terrible answer.
It is. It's great. The normal
Mine's Arial.
one.
Mine's Arial, definitely. Because
Is that
it's
just
bigger
because
than
it's
Times
the
New Roman.
first in? Oh, okay.
Is it the
I was
first? I think it
just-
might be the first,
It's
actually.
another. It goes along with you picking A names to describe yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
all
also
my I
true.
gotta pick A names for my characters so they appear first in alphabetical lists. But no, you gotta pick Arial because it's bigger than Times New Roman. So when you're doing an essay,
Palatino, because I'm half Puerto Rican.
Palatino.
I was just gonna go into how to make your essays shorter than they have to be, but yours is wins.
All right. So chapter 2, Unlikely Encounter. Excuse me. Derek Sykes awoke from his
boy.
chaotic experience.
Is that the main
Okay.
character's name?
Nope.
In the game? No. Okay.
Nope.
cool.
Nope. I don't know who that is. I
mean,
know
you're gonna voice them.
Major. Okay, I know Major Derek, and I know Sykes. I can't remember his last
You
name.
mean Major D?
Major pain in my ass, Derek.
That's this Derek. It's the major pain in your house.
His head was still in awful pain, and the left side of his armor stained black from the blast of his own grenade.
Oh, he blew. Oh my! What an idiot! Am I dead?
Wondered Derek, believing for a split second that he's a ghost in the afterlife.
Comma there.
Yeah,
Did you pause?
last story must have stolen all the commas from this story. He realized quickly that his head hurts immensely, and that
You can't put implied
Oh, the
commas where
tenses.
there are none, Derek.
ten-
yeah, it was
Tenses.
so intense. It was in 2 tenses.
Oh yes.
Oh jeez. He realized that his head hurts.
Our reading
Yeah.
material has been too good lately.
Yeah. Aside from the excessive commas, last week was actually and like the using of words that were a little bit too big for the author's ability to use them. Last week was actually quite good.
Also, Derek, I heard an excellent phrase describing something that had too many commas. And that phrase was, "This looks like it's been written by pay by the word and refunded by the comma."
That's excellent. Oh my god. I love that. T-shirt. That's a T-shirt phrase right there. Oh my
you wanna
god,
cite
that's
who you heard
incredible.
that from me from what's that YouTuber's name?
Oh yeah,
somebody
it's
else said
it's
it?
like
Okay.
a YouTuber / Twitch streamer named Northern Lion. He's quite entertaining. He's more of like the rage reaction kind of humor, but like not too bad. And he's a
We're
bald
brought to
old
you
by.
by-
He's been doing it for a
yeah,
while.
today we're not
North
brought
Lion.
to you by
Yeah,
North Lion.
Northern Lion.
Oh.
Northern Lion.
No
if
space.
you want a Canadian to rage react to things.
Yeah.
So
He
it's
also
like a
does-
polite raging. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's-
absolutely.
Oh boy.
anyway, moving on from him. Back to the tenses that are flippity flopping.
So he can talk about American things like he cares, but actually doesn't really care.
I mean, Derek could do that too.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he has a little bit
and that he was
of a
very
Canadian
much
accent
alive.
that I don't have. Yeah, I don't, rub it in. It's okay. I've always wanted a
He
Canadian
re-
accent.
He recalled before the blast that he saw. Oh my! Where did that comma come from?
Hey, look at that.
That comma flew in like
It got
shrapnel from
lost.
the grenade that blew up in his face.
It was
It
supposed
got
to be
lost
earlier. It got lost. Should have checked GPS. This is why you don't use Apple Maps. You got to use Waze
Yeah.
or Google Maps.
Comma asked the wrong person for directions. That he saw Lieutenant Walker's clinging himself to the floor and fell down with him with the secure bulkhead
When?
dropped.
When?
Did not
Oh
like the
my gosh.
sentence.
When the
When the
the
sec-
secure.
Okay,
You said with
jeez.
the secure.
When
bulkhead.
the secure bulkhead dropped. That
But
makes it a little
Makes it a little better, but still that sentence was
clinging
like,
himself to the floor.
oof.
Yeah, that feels like something you'd find in like the Old Testament of like the Bible and like the NIV version. And
Wait a second.
and Bale was clinging himself to the floor, prostrate.
Yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Ba-
he
wasn't,
stood up.
wasn't Bale a god?
Yeah, don't Derek stop. I pulled the quickest obscure name that I could so that no one could call me out. I forgot.
Why would you? I'm in here. Why would you do that?
Well, I thought you did pay attention.
To what? You or
To, like the Bible.
Bible class? I
I
paid
mean,
attention.
I either underestimated the sheer amount of Bible classes that you took or the amount of attention that you paid.
I went to
Bible
a Christian
classes.
school from kindergarten to 12th grade. I was
Yeah.
forced to learn it.
All right.
There's only so
Bring
much
this up.
cheating you can do in one class.
He stood up slowly, trying to shake away the pain and the disorientation. He saw the bodies of fellow squad members on the ground and Batarian pirates too. At least what's left of the two former squads.
They really like using the word "the"
yeah.
in weird places.
At least
Shake away
what's-
the pain and the disorientation.
Yeah. instead
Yeah,
of just
I
pain and
wonder-
disorientation.
I wonder if they're from a language that uses articles differently. Because this seems very. I'm getting slightly English second language vibes
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
in a non-negative way. Because this is really
Yeah.
for someone who has English as a second language. This is pretty solid.
Yeah.
But a lot
Well,
of those.
actually, there has been only two uses of the article A since the first.
Yeah, they do be dropping the instead of a,
Yeah.
increasing that
Yeah.
character count.
But with the
Yeah, that's
language
fair.
without articles, then getting confused between definite and indefinite would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. At least what's left of the two former squads blasting away at each other before the window shattered. But when he checked, there was no sign of Lieutenant Walker's anywhere. His body was
no.
nowhere to be seen.
Lieutenant Walker's.
Walkers.
Yeah. He couldn't be sucked out into space because Derek clearly
he
remembers
loses his-
him still being here after the bulkhead fell.
You said Derek, and I thought you were talking about me, and I was like, I don't remember this.
I know you
at all.
stopped talking.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I trailed off because I was gonna make a joke about Walker's losing his legs and being called Lieutenant Crawler, but
Yeah.
then you distracted me with Derek remembers this, and I was like, Derek does not remember this. Derek hasn't played this game in like a decade.
Derek picked up an Avenger
Derek.
rifle from the back of a dead fellow squad mate. He checked his pistol. It was still there.
Not a
but it was
Justice
badly-
League rifle because Marvel's better than DC.
That's right. But it was badly damaged in the blast.
It was baldly. The hair on the gun was singed.
Bodily damage.
You know how tiring it is to read every single letter of every single word to make sure that I say the wrong thing when they write the wrong thing.
The Avenger
Yeah.
rifle, now featuring Chrome Dome.
He replaced it. Did you know? Here's something I learned. Did you
Oh,
know
boy.
in Tropic Thunder?
Oh God, what a movie!
When they offered like the role to that Tom Cruise plays for like the really bad
Yes.
rich guy. Like the
Yes,
only
yes.
requirements he had, he's like, I want to have fat hands and I want to dance. That was it. And they're like, all right, yeah, but do this stuff. Just gonna. But I want to hear me out. I'll do it. I want to have fat hands and I want to dance because we've been taking hip hop classes at the time. And when he learns like a new skill, he often like channels that into a character, which makes total sense. Like you're learning all these new things, and there's just like from an artist perspective, a lot of inspiration. So he's like, that's kind of what I do sometimes. And so they were like, oh, come on, man, like why don't you just be the thing or whatever? And then he's like, no, just let me do it. And so then he started doing the moves. They're like, yep, I get it. It's awesome. Let's have it. And that's how Tom
So what
Cruise
kind
got-
of skill requires fat hands?
I mean, that was an extra thing.
Oh, I see.
That was not
What
connected.
kind of skill requires fat hands? That's just a sentence I never thought I would hear.
All right. He replaced. He checked this still.
I mean, to be fair, it's also a sentence that you could say that you just have never thought, period.
Also true. Not to totally sidetrack us on something completely unrelated. I just received a text from a coworker. It's a cookie cake that's cut in the shape of Florida, and written in frosting it says "Leave Florida alone," and there's a really poorly drawn hurricane. In case anyone doesn't know what time it is for me, a hurricane's supposed to hit in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Wow.
It'll be excellent.
And people who haven't lived in Florida for more than 5 years are losing their minds. It's amazing.
Yeah. I
Hey,
imagine
hey,
it
hey.
happens.
What kind
Hey,
of walking tool makes an old person faster?
What kind of walking tool makes an old person faster? A mobility scooter?
No, a hurricane.
Oh my god! You said that lead was so buried. You said yup, and I was like, "That's it." That was
I
a trivia
did say
question.
yup.
I thought it was-
Okay, I said no. Oh, whatever. I made a vague
Okay.
noise that could have.
You made a noise that I interpreted as positive, and so I was like, "Oh, okay. Guess we're done with that. Thanks, Ephraim."
He replaced it
Oh
with
my
another
God.
from another dead squad mate on the ground. He took a good look, or not a good long look, just a good look.
Just a good look, a good short
Yep.
look. I know
He
it's
took a
medium.
good
It wasn't
look.
long. It wasn't short. He wasn't overwhelmed. He wasn't underwhelmed. He was just
It
whelmed.
was nondescript. He took a good look
Yeah,
around
Justice
and he
reference
saw
for
the
you guys.
carcass of Michaels. Does no character here have a last name that doesn't end in S that could not? I didn't phrase that well because I was like burping, but like we got Sykes, we got Walkers, we got Michaels. It could be Syke, it could be Walker, it could be Michael.
Yeah.
The carcass of Michaels with his back to a wall and his shoulder to another. Derek marched over and kneeled down.
Yeah, wrong, Derek. Okay. Michaels.
Said Derek to himself, dropping his head in sadness.
Oh
Disappointed that the fate of the private was one.
He's
so
a
grim.
private. He's not a person. Move on. Come on.
God, getting into the wrong character. He walked into the bridge cautiously,
Which character am I getting into?
still trying to shake off the pain previously sustained. You don't pain previously. No, you sustain injuries. Pain is a secondary function of an injury, but you don't sustain pain. Everything seemed to calm down a lot now.
Well, I would say you don't previously sustain pain
Yeah, you definitely don't previously sustain pain.
because if
You
you're
know,
in
if we, were,
pain,
if we were editing this, we'd just draw a line through the section and we'd write rephrase.
you mean the whole
Everything
thing?
after the comma. Oh wow. Okay. Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
I'm kidding.
Only the
no,
red
you're
light
not.
was-
Don't pull back with it. I'm just kidding like
Just
that.
most of it, okay?
was supposed to-
Stand by your guns, Ephraim. Stand by your guns.
or pull them off of your dead comrades, like this guy's doing. Everything seemed to calm down a lot now.
Death.
Hey, only the red lights were still blinking, and the computer with a low voice is still sounding.
Oh
off
my
about
gosh.
system failures in the
The
ship.
lights were
Yes.
blinking. The voice is sounding.
Mm.
Ah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Classic.
Derek took a deep breath.
Derek did just take a deep breath. I hate this. This is the worst.
That's amazing. You like literally at the same time. I cannot wait to hear that again. That is fantastic.
Oh my god, this is the
Could not
worst.
ask for better effects than that.
Relieved that.
Can we do
he
the other
at
one?
least-
I hate this story. We need to switch.
But the other one also has Derek in it. Don't you remember?
Oh my god. Ah, damn
That's
it.
because it's the phrase.
That's what the
Why would you
problem
do this? If Ephraim, I swear
Listen
to
here,
God,
Derek.
if
that wasn't
next
the point.
week's phrase has my name in it too, I'm gonna kill you.
I feel like this is gonna be.
No,
I hear mini series.
no.
Can you say 2-week mid-season finale?
Derek is too common of a name. I can't look for Ephraim in fanfiction.net.
I mean, you probably could.
Mm,
Don't know
If
that you
you
find
spelled
anything
it
especially
wrong.
with your specific phrasing, because our parents kind of made it up.
Great.
Anyway,
My phrase is gonna be "God damn it, Ephraim," but it's not.
Oh.
I just checked. There's none.
there you
Dang.
go. He calmed himself and thought rationally what to do next. Oh, that's painful right there.
Which part? Trying to imagine Derek thinking rationally, or or the
No.
grammar?
You think rationally all the time.
That's fair.
He just ignores it half
You
the
just
time.
also have plenty of other thoughts. Yeah.
I bury the rational thoughts. Who needs those?
Then he recalled Will's voice on the comms just before everything went dark.
Michaels, where am I? I lost. I just scanned for quotes. And that was the first one I saw.
Ew, tell me,
Oh
tell me.
goodness.
I gotta find Will. No comma.
Derek said to himself. He was thinking carefully on how to achieve this goal. Will could be anywhere now, perhaps floating out in space as well. That was just...
That's true.
Atrocious.
He could be anywhere.
It's true. He could be
There's
dead
where
or
all the commas went.
Yeah.
We found him.
That's just a weird mix of phrases. Like all of those phrases with their commas included asked for directions and were told incorrectly where to go. He could be dead or captured by any other
they got the
Batarians.
directions from a southerner who was like, "Yeah, you're gonna go past the big tree and you're gonna turn left, and you know that place that it used to be a shoe store, but now it's that other place. You're gonna want to make sure you go past that and then turn right." And the whole
Don't
time you're
make
like,
fun
"Just
of
give me
your
the address.
family
Just
like
give me
that,
the address. I have a
Derek."
phone. Give me the address." What?
I said, don't make fun of your
What did you
family
say?
like that, Derek.
I'm making fun of everyone in the South. That's how
I know.
everyone gets
and,
directions.
and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's like, yeah, you know where that old bar that closed down 12 years ago was? Look at me. Look at me. I am 22 years old. No.
Look at me. Look at my eyes. Look me in my eyes. You're not 22. You're older than me.
Yeah, but I think I was 22 when I lived in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Whap, whap.
Suspension of disbelief, Derek. Have you heard of it?
No, I have not. What is
All
it?
right.
The only thing I can't believe is that it's not butter.
Nice. Still on this
Wait.
ship. The plot.
Sorry. So suspension of disbelief means that you stop.
Ephraim, don't
Disbelieving
explain
something.
my joke. I know what it means. I just wanted to make
You
a joke about butter.
said the only
Ephraim,
thing.
I know what it means.
I don't believe.
Analyze my joke. Just let my. Oh,
Is
okay.
I can't believe
we're
it's
giving humor. We're giving humor notes right now live. Oh, cool. Okay, let me write
Just
these down
saying.
for you guys and your jokes.
Your joke didn't make sense.
No, it made sense. He chuckled and we moved on. But fine. No, we'll analyze everyone's joke. All right, who's next? Who's got a knock joke? Ephraim?
Knock,
Just
knock.
to be
for it.
clear,
Who is
phrase
there?
is
Derek Sykes! Do you have Will?
gotta find Will. Gotta find Will. All right, suspension of just to be
What
clear
is
for everyone at
this?
home.
Season 1 of Stranger Things?
The suspension of disbelief is the phrase. It's not the suspension of belief. Just so everyone knows.
Just let me make the butter joke and move on.
I was
You were
All right.
first. Thanks, Ephraim.
still on the ship. The possibilities are endless, but Derek was determined to find his friend that stuck up for him.
Ephraim, if
all
we're ever in a
these
ship
years.
and you might have blown out into space, I'm not looking for you. Not after this.
Fine.
That's fine.
I do feel as though our newest catchphrase has just been dropped in our lap. Anytime that Derek is like off somewhere, or any of us are just off somewhere in a big rabbit chase, we just be like, I gotta find Will. We gotta find Will. And that's our call to action to get back. But Derek was determined to find his friend that stuck up for him all these years. All these years. Not all those years, but all these years.
No, all these years. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's fair phrase. I don't know why I'm making fun of that. He remembers
Yeah, especially
when
since you said rabbit chase.
Yeah. But it makes sense. It's just not the normal phrase.
There you go. Not the normal phrase. Look, my joke gets critiqued. I'm critiquing everything you guys say now.
He remembers when his parents moved to Hong Kong for their designer jobs for the Han Kedar company.
No idea.
Han
Yep.
Keter. He was bullied in schools the first few
Doesn't
days,
sound
and
like
Will
a Chinese
came
name,
along,
though.
knocked down the
This is the
bullies
future.
in front
It's
of
sci-fi.
Derek, no Oxford comma, and saved Derek from embarrassment.
Mhm.
Since that day, Derek and Will were practically brothers.
No, this
They
Derek was a
watched-
bully. That doesn't.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
apparently. They watched each other's. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just hurt people.
They watched each other's backs
Brother,
every day
I
of their
hurt people.
childhood lives.
Sorry.
Will defended Derek from the mean kids, and Derek helped Will with his schoolwork.
This Derek's a nerd. Ah, boo.
Nah. Well, I mean, he was a nerd, and now he's a soldier who's
That's
currently
so-
looking.
so much. This is why you don't become soldiers. You look for your friends in space. This is what happens.
That's right. Their
Don't join
sergeant,
Space
actually.
Force kids.
Their parents even moved together to
Are
an
sergeants not
expanding.
soldiers?
They are
I was like clarifying.
expanding
More
Oh, okay,
specific
okay.
of the
Oh.
type of
I didn't know
soldier.
if there was like a definition. Okay.
colony.
I know so little about the military.
Gotcha. Sergeant, I believe, is oftentimes it is the highest non-commissioned officer rank that you can achieve, I believe. So lots of times the sergeants are the folks with the most experience. I'm not sure if this lines up with exactly with like modern ranking systems, but I believe that's the gist of it. Often sergeants are the highest ranking, most experienced non-commissioned officers. So,
All I know is that Steve Carell was a 5-star general in Space Force, the show.
okay.
And I enjoyed that show, and it should not have been canceled.
And
Said my piece.
Some say Steve Carell to this day is still looking for Will. Their parents even moved together to an expanding colony in Alliance space right after they graduated from primary school.
Nope, primary. Definitely primary.
I need to
I
find.
need. Oh, wait, this is my line.
I know.
I need
it's
to
like-
find Will. I have to find him. No comma.
Derek thought to himself, determined that he will not loose his friend.
He will
That
tighten
gave-
him. He will tighten his friend right
Yes.
up.
That gave him a goal for now and some degree of confidence. He walked into the scanner controls on the bridge. Bam! Ouch! And it hurt. He should not have.
he
walked
said he
to,
walked
not
to.
into. my
Yeah.
bad. He walked to the scanner controls on the bridge and
Derek
scanned
walks
to
into a
see-
bar. He drinks a lot.
What?
That's the end of the
Oh,
joke.
Sorry.
Scanned to
Classic.
see if the Berlin was still beside them. There was nothing. The Berlin has clearly oh God.
Yep.
So Ted's Sid 2 Ted says. All right. The Berlin has clearly departed, assuming that the mission was a failure. It didn't matter to Derek. He was just focused on finding his friend and perhaps even the lieutenant. At this point, he didn't feel any pressure on his shoulders. He knows what he needs to do, and he is determined to do it. He
Oh my
was
God.
determined to do it. Even though the thought of it made him nervous and scared, he knows that even just to stay alive, he is putting his friend out with him. He is pulling his friend out with him. Derek turned around and saw another exit. On the
Oh,
other side
there's
of the
another one
bridge, he
right there.
saw
See
a
it?
door clearly damaged from the fight that Jaguar had with the enemy.
Ah, yeah, lowercase jaguar.
There was a
so
so does that mean there was literally a Jaguar there?
I don't know. I can't think of a person named Jaguar. So,
All right.
Jaguar.
Unless it's
Jaguar?
Unless
Jaguar.
it's like an alien
Jaguar.
species that they named Jaguar,
Jaguar.
I
or
don't
it's just a
think
normal
so.
jaguar.
I don't know.
It's been 10 years since I played this
Maybe-
game, so I'm
yeah,
really
maybe we'll
digging
figure
deep
it
into
out
my
later.
memory.
It won't be able to open, let alone function.
I know
repairs.
that Berlin is a class of ship, but I don't know why it's
Yeah.
named Berlin.
I don't
It's like the Nimitz class aircraft carrier in the real world.
Yeah. So he ventured through the open exit. Derek ventured
Yeah, I
through
did.
He ventured twice in a row. 2 sentences in a row. He ventured.
I ventured, and it should be so, comma, he ventured. But I just ventured right on without that comma. I don't need a comma. Who needs commas when you got venturing?
Yeah. Through another dark corridor, making sure that any Batarians that tried to ambush him will have a few bullets from his rifle.
Bang, bang.
He checked his rifle and made sure
I'll
that
just
it
take
had,
him out and hand it. Here you
it
go.
had shredder
Have a
rounds
bullet.
to better his
Enjoy.
chances. Enjoy. There you go. Take a bullet. Catch. As he passed.
Catch.
As he
pasted?
No, as he. Technically.
Pasted.
Pasted.
Yeah, he would pasted it.
I'm guessing
All
he
right.
didn't say passed though.
No,
As
he meant glued. He used rubber cement on the secured
he
corridor. That's how it's secure, is rubber cement.
Pasted the secured corridor without.
Did you guys
an
ever smell
ambush.
rubber cement as kids? This is gonna reveal a lot about me.
No.
Why I am the way I am. Did you guys ever smell rubber cement as kids?
I mean,
Nope.
whenever I was making it, I smelled it.
Okay.
What?
Smelled
I
really
didn't
good.
go out of my way to smell it though.
Okay. Well, that makes one of us.
I do like this. I
Just
mean,
wanted-
as
just
a
wanted
kid,
to know what you guys-
I like the smell of gasoline and I like the smell of asphalt.
Fireworks
Gasoline.
smell cool.
What?
Yeah, I like the smell of gasoline.
I like the smell of gunpowder.
Okay. Gunpowder is a good smell, but I don't think I smelled it as a kid. I think I only smelled it as an adult.
Gasoline's not that bad either.
That's fair.
No, gasoline's a whack smell.
He looked around, trying to piece together where he was, and soon realized
He's
that he
in the
was a
ship called
detention
Berlin.
area,
Oh, what an idiot.
since there were prison cells in the room. It
Yeah,
looks.
that's a pretty
That's a pretty good indication
clear
that you're in a
sign.
prison.
Yeah.
Oh, there's these locking cell doors. Huh. I think I know where I am.
It looks like it. Well, okay. It looks like that all the cells were empty and that there were no prisoners on the ship.
Oof.
That's a sentence right there.
Derek thought to himself that he wouldn't be surprised since he heard that
Whoa.
Batarian pirates had a reputation of taking no prisoners. However, when Derek looked up
But
to
if
the
they
No
other
took
comma.
no
Should be
pris-
however, comma, when Derek.
he noticed a prison cell with its energy barrier still on. He cautiously made his way up to the prison cell.
Oh boy, here comes the second character.
Yeah, he gets to do something.
Wait. It just, okay, the first line of the paragraph is, all the cells were empty. And then, no, just kidding. There's
Derek,
one cell.
I want to
not-
read my second character. Shut up. I'm just kidding.
They're inside
This is
the
your
cell.
first
He's-
character.
I mean, read this. Sorry.
There inside the cell, he saw a figure that was obviously not human. He ventured closer to the cell and concentrated on making out.
It was an
with the
Ephraim.
person-
It's worse than a human. It's an Ephraim.
on making out who or what was inside the cell. And soon he saw a Turian sitting on the floor. The Turian stared back at him with no expression on his face, or at least Derek couldn't tell if the Turian was showing any at all.
Are you here to bust me out of here?
Asked the
God.
Turian.
That depends. I don't know, comma, after the quote? What?
Replied Derek calmly but cautiously.
If you're here, then make it quick, will ya? I have a score to settle with these sons of bitches.
Spoke the Turian.
Should be a comma instead of a period. You're not very friendly, are you? Should be a question.
Commented Derek.
I'm not here to make friends.
Nope.
Oh, wait,
probably the
no, this is
Turian.
you again.
What?
Ah.
Oh.
Okay. Anytime
Oh.
a new person
Yeah.
speaks, there
No,
should be a new
no,
paragraph.
I absolutely agree with Derek. This is bad.
Should be a new
Anyway,
paragraph anytime someone speaks.
I'm not here to
Go
make
ahead.
friends, human. I'm here to make the Batarians here kiss their own asses before they drop dead.
Answered the Turian.
Comma again in the
Sorry.
wrong place. Why is there suddenly A, using commas again, and B, just one character off from the right spot? One character. Just
Yeah.
don't use it at all instead of doing it incorrectly. Oh God.
So are you gonna get me out or what? If not, quit disturbing me from my nap. There's no comma there. That messed me up.
Also period again after the quote for some fucking
Yeah.
reason. Okay, no comma.
Said Derek with a huff, disliking the Turian for his attitude.
Okay, again, that's just, okay.
Yeah,
How
that
do
was
I
a
do
hard
that?
sentence to
I'm no tech expert, period in the wrong spot, not a capital H.
The Turian looked to Derek and answered with a hint of pride.
No comma.
Lucky for you.
No
I
capital
am.
L.
Is that another comma? Yes, it is.
I love when we do it in the voice.
It's not a voice that's easy to pop out of. If you could see me, you would understand.
I'm assuming you're like hunking your neck down like a turtle who just got scared because
Absolutely.
the strawberry fell.
I just can't reach where I'm scared to free myself.
The Turian
Period.
for those hard to reach places. The Turian stood up on his feet. Derek, for those hard to reach places, is the thing that I was trying to say. I realized I left off the Derek at the first time. The Turian stood up on his feet and shook himself clear of laziness, then walked up to the barrier.
This is you.
Use your Omni tool to scan the lock controls next to this barrier and use the description system to cripple the lock.
That definitely says decryption, but okay.
Instructed the Turian.
Also, no comma. Okay, I said without a capital letter.
But correct use of comma.
But correct comma. What the fuck is going on?
We're learning. Said
but
Derek.
not a separate.
Oh, we're glad we're
dialogue
learning
line.
halfway through the fucking page.
Said Derek awkwardly, unclear on what he was doing, but trying to perform what the Turian asked him.
This is like every time you're in a tutorial in a video game and you skip through all the instructions, you're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'll do what this NPC said.
Then use your electronic system to dig away the lock initiating this. Did you want to say something?
Did you have a joke?
I did. I was going to roast Derek.
Go for
Okay.
it. No, roast me.
Okay, so it's supposed to come right after. Said Derek awkwardly, unclear on what he was doing, but trying to perform what the Turian asked him to do.
Oh, this is going to be a
Say-
sex joke. Disgusting.
No, I was going to say this is also Derek attempting to describe his emotions when he's in a relationship.
Okay, that is accurate. That is really accurate. Oh my god.
Glad we went back for it then.
That was good.
Yeah, don't be afraid to stop your friends and go back a few sentences in the conversation.
So they can
Get a
roast
quick
you, 'cause
roasting.
then they're good. Those roasts are good.
That's what the good friends are for. All right, Ephraim, did you finish the...
Yes.
Okay. Instructed the Turian once again.
With
He
no
then
comma.
looked to Derek and commented,
What the fuck is this? It should be comma, space, quote, and then the next word. But no, the quote's just floating
and
in
a
midair
capitalized
like a
letter, by
like
the
a
way.
balloon all by itself. It's a balloon that
to be
escaped
fair,
a
Dick-
gender reveal party, hasn't
Derek-
popped, and is just floating away, ruining everyone's day. Go
Derek-
ahead.
To be
I'm
fair, it's like two balloons.
Fuck. God damn.
I couldn't do this. Sorry.
all right, did you...
I did
Okay.
read it.
So, period, because I get to say the period because outside of the quotes. Thank you, Derek.
Look who's talking, no comma.
Replied Derek,
But now
Who says I'm not locking you in here for life?
teased Derek
No
while struggling with
question
the lock
mark.
with the aid of his Omni tool.
Oh, I doubt that very much,
No
human.
comma.
Replied the
No second
replied the
comma.
Turian with a smirk in his voice.
What the? How is there a smirk in a voice?
I don't know, bro.
Smirk
I
is in
think
it.
you
Don't
can
bro me.
sometimes
Don't
tell
bro
whether-
me. I'm getting frazzled here.
The two looked at each other for a moment, and they both laughed mildly.
Not. It
What
was
is-
like a
what is-
salsa. It was a mild
Yeah,
laugh.
I was gonna say, what
it
is
wasn't a
this,
medium,
cheddar
and it
cheese?
certainly wasn't a fucking spicy laugh.
Spicy laugh.
It was a mild laugh. It was a laugh enough to make white people uncomfortable, but everyone else will be fine.
Mildly. I'm trying to think I think the last time I saw the word mildly with like the ly in like the adverb form is like, isn't there like some Christmas carol that says mildly? Anyway, that's my thoughts on the word mildly.
So tender
the barrier
and
of
mild.
this-
Sleep in heavenly peace.
yeah,
DMCA for us.
that's open domain, you goof.
Oh, then we're good. Yeah.
So old.
Yeah, that's
so
like
old.
way
Freaking
too
Silent
old for
Night.
copyright.
I don't know all the
barrier-
copyright laws. I only know some.
The barrier of the cell flickered for a bit before it powered down with the sound of a few zaps and an energy shutdown. Yes, we're all familiar.
Bzz,
I mean,
bzz.
we're actually. I was about to joke and say we're all familiar with an energy shutdown, but
But we're absolutely
large-
familiar, and Ephraim did the noise perfectly.
the Turian stood tall in front of Derek.
Ben, the three of us watch so much sci-fi. There is no way we don't know what that sound is.
Ready to take the fight to any Batarian pirate left on this ship.
So then, no, should be a comma after. So, Turian, should be capital T. Who are you?
Sergeant Arthas Capricus, 2nd Turian Shock Troops, and the
inquires.
baddest son of a gun you'll ever meet.
No comma.
Inquired Derek, replied the Turian. Derek, actually, I'm going to contest you. I challenge. There does not have to be a comma after so. So then is the phrase.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
That's it.
Nope, you're right. So then, not so. That I see. Yep, you're correct.
Replied the Turian.
I'll accept your
Overruled.
Fuck! That scared the shit out of me. Oh my god! Why did you scream overruled? I didn't.
No,
I didn't
well,
object.
So I was making a joke because Benjamin overruled your objection. I was just
I didn't.
because you
okay.
objected to the
Oh, I
comma
see, I see.
not being in the right place.
I see.
Ben made a correction, so he overruled your objection.
All
That
of a
was the
sudden, I
joke.
hear terrifying alien judge voice screaming overruled, giving me a fucking heart attack. I
I
know.
think it's you again. There you go.
You're big even for a Turian. No comma.
Oh, God. Answered Derek in return with a tone of amazement.
Oh, sorry. I know. You're big even for a Turian. That's my
Please-
tone of amazement.
Please don't.
All right. Arthas, which is a name Derek could have also named one of his kids.
Very sure.
That's like
very much so.
That is like 2 letters away from a character I recently played.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's
Drop the S
One
and move
letter-
the R to the end.
Yes,
That's literally
yeah.
that's-
one letter removed and one letter rearranged away from Derek's
One letter
character name.
removed, one letter moved.
Okay,
Somebody hit him. You're closer to him. Hit him. I have to go 1,000 miles to hit him.
but I'd have to move like 5 feet, so I'm
Oh,
not
that's
there.
too much work. I get it. We're good.
Arthas made his way to the opposite cell.
Oh, it's you. dude.
Correctly used comma, incorrect capitalization.
No, incorrectly used comma. Should be a new sentence and a new paragraph.
Okay.
Where the hell are you going now? Should be a capital.
But also used a question mark this time
Asked Derek.
on the
That's good.
inside of the.
That's good. No, there's improvement in like
Yeah.
this
great.
this author will improve in one way and then just ignore what they've done previously in another way. It's a very odd way of learning grammar. I'm just very
Sounds like-
confused by it all.
Derek.
And soon he saw
Sounds like
that
me.
there
How?
were
Wait. Explain.
crates
In
inside.
relationships.
Oh yeah, no, that makes
Oh.
sense.
Okay. And
Sorry.
soon he saw that there were crates inside the cell. Arthas pulled up the cover from one of them and pulled out a revenant.
Oh boy,
Oh God,
this sounds fun.
a revenant
Yeah, whatever.
machine gun and a not an eviscerator but a
Yeah.
eviscerator.
A eviscerator.
Tyrion, I believe.
Arming myself with these babies.
Stop laughing. you're
No,
making me laugh.
no. I'm only laughing at the way you gurgled the word baby. Barbars.
Batarians thought that this just. Gosh dang it! Now I'm all mouth fluttered. What's tongue tied?
Mouth fluttered. Get the yips.
The Batarians thought that just because I was in a cell means that they can just dump my own weapons right next to me.
When Arthas was
Period.
done arming
Again,
himself,
what the fuck is up with this period?
Yeah.
he walked to Derek and asked,
He's drunk and doesn't know his place. Is the period.
That makes sense.
He walked to Derek and asked,
So I told you who I was. Now your turn.
These periods and commas. Oh my god.
Derek, seeing that he would need a friend to help him on his goal
Oh,
to find
Lord.
Will and possibly Walker's, answered,
Oh, if you were gonna offset a phrase, it should have been. It's fine. Sergeant, no capital S. Derek Sykes, Alliance 8th Marines. I think should Marines be capitalized here? I don't know enough about the
Probably.
military. Here to disable this ship. Appeared in the wrong spot.
Aha! And by disable, you mean blow up, right?
So Arthas is a Derek. Asked Arthas.
Should be period and then new paragraph. Pretty much.
Answered Derek casually.
If I'm answering casually, don't put an exclamation point. It should be just
Yeah,
period or a
Yeah,
comma.
that's very much. The
Most-
only exclamation point used in like the whole thing, and it's followed by the phrase
Answered casually.
Answered
blank answer
casually.
casual. Yeah.
But first, I need to find my friend and my co.
I
Period,
believe
nice
it's.
spot.
I feel like
CO.
CO because it's.
So it
both
should be C
capitalized.
period O period.
No, CO
No.
is command. It's pretty common shorthand for commanding officer.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's an abbreviation. Therefore, it should be C period O period.
No.
I mean, not all abbreviations have periods, Derek. What about scuba, huh?
Or like
Keep 'em
FBI.
period between.
Who writes FBI F dot F dot B dot I dot? Do you do that, Derek?
People who are following the AP style guide.
Derek, do you do that?
I don't. How often do I write the phrase
Okay,
FBI?
IRS. Would
A
you
lot,
write I
Derek, let's
dot
be
R
real.
dot S dot?
I don't write the IRS for fear they'll
I
find
don't
me.
care. Do you
All
write acronyms with dots, Derek?
Depends on the acronym. Fine. I don't
Okay.
write scuba with all dots. You're right. You got me. God. Okay. I saw someone scuba last week, and I want to learn how to do it. They were scubaing. They were scubaing in the shark
Defection.
tank at the aquarium, but I want to
Redirection.
do it. No, it's not a
Classic Derek
deflection.
tactics.
I don't do it. I don't spell it right. I just want to do it. I
All
just
right,
want to
so,
scuba.
Can you give us that line again? Clean take.
Scuba!
Production CO, like CO.
No.
not
Okay.
scuba. You
Oh,
dork.
I thought you were- I thought that's what you wanted me to. But first, I need to find my friend and my CO. Period in the wrong spot.
Oh, that cut out for me.
Yeah.
All right.
me
Yeah.
too.
But first, I need to find my friend and my CO. Period in the wrong spot.
Excellent.
Find them.
Ephraim,
Oh gosh. Sorry.
lost the voice. You lost the voice.
Yeah. No, I got it. I found it.
There it is. There it is. You sound like a Rick and
Find
Morty
them.
alien.
Okay, listen here, Derek.
Oh.
No, that's
Bye,
it. That's
bye.
it. No, we're done. That one was incredible.